Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the HeroesCCL weekly recap. My name is Bahamut, joined by Justing as always, and we've got some awesome clips to break down for all of you at home. So let's immediately get into these because there's so many great moments, Justing, from week number 5 of HeroesCCL. We had 30k go up against Diamond Hands in our first best of 5 of the day, and on Battlefield of Eternity, 30k was looking really strong.
Yeah, they were looking extremely dominant in this whole series, but as we roll this clip, we see that they're actually in a 4v5 with their backs against the wall, and Bad Benny gets the engage onto Caesar Salad. They're trying to slow down the burn on the Immortal as much as they possibly can, but Bad Benny might be a little overextended here. They are opting into a 4v5 for 30k, just trying to get that defense, and Diablo goes down, but he loses souls, and Murden on Caesar Salad's going to jump in, but as soon as he jumps in, it's when Lucio's respawned. So now they're in another 4v5, still defending, but the damage output and plus the healing from Lucio is just too much, and you'll see Yasu gets the fadeaway auto attacks onto Kelsier here. And now they're no longer on the back foot, no longer in the 4v5. Now Diablo's back, they're in a full 5v5, and the members of Diamond Hands are just split and running. You see Dino and Liam takes down Valimar easily. Caesar Salad and Junkrat are now just stuck in the bottom of the map, not where they want to be. And this was just a nice way for 30k to close out the game here, after being in a bad situation and being able to come back by taking the 4v5 and defending.
It was really well fought, well played by 30k in that series. They did win in that best of 5 series in a 3-1 way up against Diamond Hands, but Diamond Hands definitely showed a lot of life in that series. Speaking of life, Justing, we had a lot of life in our second best of 5 of the weekend. We saw Oxygen go up against Simplicity, and this went the distance. We actually head to map number 5, Alterac Pass, where we see if Oxygen can rally and try and actually beat the Titan that is Simplicity.
Yeah, and as we roll that clip, we'll see that Game 5 definitely did not go the distance, as Simplicity just completely dismantles Oxygen on this map. Vince immediately has to cancel his Flame Breath because of the 7-sided strike coming out from Legacy. At the same time, Simplicity Pants is coming on the flank and gets the drag onto the Falstad. The fight is just completely split. Madara is not able to get any damage. Meanwhile, Mene on the Odin, the Tychus Odin, is just wreaking havoc on the backline. He's even killing Nazmaz here, completely isolated from the rest of his team, and it was just a slaughter from Simplicity in this Game 5 on Elteric. They really put on a clinic on how to play this map, and they close it out strong, getting the objective here with less than 19 minutes to go.
Simplicity is going to be that Titan that no one can seemingly beat, and we'll have to see how things work in the future weekends for their matchups, but I gotta say, Justing, Simplicity, they're looking just as dominant as Season 1 and Season 2. Speaking of domination, we get into our third best of 5 of the weekend, and we saw Storm Esports go up against Chili Mountain, and you actually highlighted this in the weekend of play on Tomb of the Spider Queen, this clip of just a controlled fight from the side of Storm Esports.
Yeah, this clip really highlighted just the prowess of Rutso and Ibitings on the range, so we can go ahead and dive right into it. This is another clip where the team is actually in a 4v5 situation. This time they're losing their Leoric, but they still opt in to take the fight because they understand that they have more sustained damage than the enemy team. So all they're doing is just buying time and waiting for their Leoric to respawn, but watch how Rutso and Ibitings position in this fight. They play on completely opposite sides of the fight, so it's really impossible for Chili Mountain to get a good engage. Lauber goes in, but he stays a little bit too long and ends up baiting quite a few cooldowns here on the side of Chili Mountain. He does go down, but they need to use many ultimates. They need to use the Maiev cage. And while at the same time, Rutso just weaves in and out of the fight with his ease, getting a ton of damage. Dequaza respawns on the Leoric, gets the 2-man Entomb, and that's it for Chili Mountain in this game on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
It was also the kind of way the entire series went in a sense, Justing, because Storm Esports beat out Chili Mountain 3-0 in that best of 5 series, in that third best of 5 series of the weekend. So really cool action that we did have in that one, and congratulations to Storm with just their dominance in that series. Speaking of dominance, we get into that fourth best of 5 of the weekend. It was Wildheart Esports up against Granite Gaming, and Granite Gaming had some rallying moments that we can talk about later, because I want to talk about this Towers of Doom moment that kind of seemed like it was flubbed. It seemed like Tremor should have died. It seemed like the isolation didn't connect, but Justing, as we dive into this clip, that's not really the case.
Yeah, as we roll this clip, we can find that Tremor is actually immortal on the Diablo. We'll see Granite Gaming expends every resource to try to kill him. The taunt comes in from Red Robot. They jump in, they follow with the Light Bomb, but he gets down to so low and uses his 16 combo to get the Anduin onto the APOC. He's still not dead. 15 HP, he gets the heal from Stukov. It's incredible how close he was to going down there, but at the same time, Slug Hunter gets the isolation onto the Kerrigan, which looked like it might have been a whiff, but it hit a target that they can kill. They kill the Kerrigan. They combo off the Anduin from Tremor, just quick thinking, immediately going for the combo with the APOC and the 16 talent. And Wildheart does manage to clean the fight up and save Tremor.
That was like when I was looking back at the clips, Justing, I was sitting there, I was like, are you serious? Like, Tremor didn't die here. Because I made notes about all these clips, and I went back and I expected him as I was watching everything, like, oh yeah, Diablo dies and then Wildheart wins the fight. It's like, no, Diablo lives with a sliver of HP and phenomenal healing coming out from Stukov. But we're not done talking about this series just yet, Justing, because in my opinion, this is the top clip of week number 5 and possibly the top clip of HeroesCCL Season 3. This Volskaya Foundry moment is going to be, I'm sure Granite Gaming are still reeling from it as we're even watching it almost a week later.
Yeah, this was really, really nuts. I watched this numerous times to prepare for this. There's so many little small things that happen in this clip, so we'll go ahead and play it out. So this is down to the wire between Wildheart and Granite Gaming here on Volskaya. They opt to not be greedy and wait for their Lunara to respawn, which I thought was a bit peculiar. So Lunara still has 10-second death timer, as does Zeratul, and they'll start pushing up here for Wildheart. The keep is really low. They get the keep easily. One thing to note is that Tremor does actually use his turret here, which might be a bit of a mistake as we go forward. They move on to the core with the Triglav. You've got Slug Hunter on the core, you've got Tremor hopping into the bunker, so you've got 2 people in bunker and 2 people in the robot. The robot's still getting it low. Slug Hunter comes out, he does get hit by the hand, and immediately you've got the Falling Sword from Johanna to shut down the members inside the robot. Slug Hunter does get knocked back again on the Blaze. The core is just 3%, but here comes Mason. He gets the first hop. Henning says, hey, where are you going? You wanna jump over me, pal? And he hops over Henning to get in range to finish the core off just barely before going down. Perfectly played by Mason Blaze, and a very bold call, to say the least, from Wildheart that just hardly pays off.
It was such a close moment on that Volskaya Foundry map, and I absolutely love it. I was joking around with Grubby and a few other people that it's just like, man, it seems like Wildheart actually has 7 players. It feels like one of the Granite Gaming members might be jumping ship and trying to help out the Wildheart crew. But seriously, really well played for Mason Blaze. A heroic moment for his team that will definitely live within HeroesCCL for the future. A great amount of clips from this past weekend of HeroesCCL. After reviewing so many amazing clips, we gotta highlight what you're gonna be seeing here on HeroesCCL Saturday, December 11th. We'll be having Simplicity Esports going up against Storm Esports, and then to close out our Saturday, we'll see Chili Mountain up against 30K. Justin, what's the standout match for you today?
For me, for sure, it's Simplicity versus Storm. Well, Storm is sitting in 6th place in the standings. I don't think that really necessarily reflects their skill level as a team. Storm has been able to take down some really tough opponents, including 30K in the past, so I think that this matchup is going to be extremely close, and if Simplicity wants to hold on to that 1st place spot, this is the match for them to really show up in, because Storm is hungry for a win, and I think that might be where they get their win up against Simplicity.
I definitely agree. Storm Esports, they have been looking better and better, and Mene, in the interview from Simplicity in week number 5, did say that the games are getting a lot harder for Simplicity, so we'll see if Storm Esports can really rally and take down this titan that we do call Simplicity Esports here on HeroesCCL. Diving into our matches today here on HeroesCCL, Sunday, December 12th, we are going to be seeing Diamond Hands go up against Wildheart Esports, and then to close out the weekend, we'll see Granite Gaming up against Oxygen. Justin, some of my viewers have actually been saying that Granite Gaming could surprise this weekend. I want to get your thoughts on what we could see from either of these best of 5s.
So I think all these matches are going to be really close on Sunday here. Diamond Hands versus Wildheart is probably the match that I'm most excited for, but all the matches are going to be great. Wildheart really looking strong from their last week's victory, and Diamond Hands, well, they did fall, it was to 30K, which is arguably one of the best teams in the league right now. So I'm expecting this to be a really close series between Wildheart and Diamond Hands. I think Wildheart, if they want to kind of show that they are a top 3 team like we've heard from them, then I would expect them to 3-0, but I'm not personally expecting a 3-0, so we'll have to see if Wildheart can actually pull it out.
I definitely agree with you. The Diamond Hands versus Wildheart matchup should be a lot of fun, and this Sunday is going to be full of great games here on HeroesCCL. Thanks for swinging in and checking out week number 5 of HeroesCCL highlights. If you think Justing and I missed anything, by all means, leave a comment below, add us on Twitter, or slide into our DMs on Discord. You can also find more HeroesCCL action, content, and really cool videos on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course, and Twitch, where we have our broadcasts on Saturday and Sunday for the HeroesCCL season. We'll see you in week number 6 for more HeroesCCL highlights and clips. Until then, I've been Bahamut, and I'll see you in the Nexus.